Hey YouTube, uh, it's kind of cold and nasty out today and not a whole lot you can do when this weather's like this. So I decided I was going to do some table saw maintenance. Uh, I've had this Delta for many years. If you look back at my older videos, you'll see that I did an unboxing and review of it several years ago. It's just like the Delta 76 or no 36-725 or something like that. I don't remember the exact model number, but it's been a great table saw. And I've used the crap out of it, but I'm guilty of neglecting it sometimes. Down here in Texas, the humidity gets pretty bad, and these tabletops can get pretty rusty pretty quick. Normally, what I would do, right back, is I would take a just a regular old scorer pad that you can buy at Walmart or HEB or any store, Dollar General, and then I take Brasso and I just put a couple drops of Brasso, kind of scattered around on the tabletop, and then I use the Brasso and the scouring pad to get most of the rust and stains and stuff off it. Uh, I'm probably to the point now where one of these days I'll have to get some sandpaper, some wet dry sandpaper, maybe 400 grit up to 600 grit, and do a better job. There are some scratches and stuff in it. But once I get it cleaned, and then I just take some degreaser, whatever I got around, laying around, take some clean paper towels, clean all the black and all the Brasso off it, and so I got a nice, pretty clean surface. And then I took mini wax, paste wax, and did the top. Some people tell me that if you use regular car wax, like a ceramic type of rat wax or something like that, it'll contaminate the wood when you're cutting. And especially if you're doing a job where you're doing some real fine finishing and stuff like that, that wax can get into the wood and cause your finish to get messed up. So I was looking online, probably 6 months or so ago, and I saw this, and I saw a video of one guy that said this is really good for tabletops. And so instead of the wax today, we're going to try it. It says on the back of it, directions: spray it on and allow it to set. Drying time can vary with conditions. For leather film, spray on, wipe off excess coating. To remove coating, respray and wipe off, or use a degreasing cleaner. And it says tools: saw tables, lathes and bits, hand tools, so it can be used for many different things, not just tabletops, table saw tops. So I've already got the table cleaned. I wasn't going to bore you with me scrubbing on a tabletop and doing all that stuff. I guess I could have, shot it and sped it up or something like that, but don't think you'd be interested in watching it. So what we're going to do is we're going to just spray this and let it dry. I'm going to go ahead and do the painted surfaces too, because this is supposed to have a real good there. It's supposed to have a real good adhesion to, as far as not adhesion, but when you're pushing the wood across, it's makes it very smooth and easy to slide the wood, more so than even wax does. So, and I think we're going to go with the option of just letting it dry. And once it gets dry, we're going to come back and do something else with this table saw. First, we're going to go back to the bench, and I'm going to see what I bought for it. Alrighty, well, we're going to let that dry. I'm going to do another product review, at least an unboxing first, and then we'll do the review on the table saw once I get that stuff dry. So let's see what I bought. This is a digital table saw gauge. I don't know if this camera I'm using for my second shot is not a very good camera, so I'll shut that. Anyway, Since I've had this table saw, I have adjusted the fence a couple of times when I've noticed bores not being exactly square. And so far, knock on wood, the fence has been doing pretty good. Like I said, maybe in the 7, 8 years I've had it, I've probably adjusted the fence on it maybe 3 times. I've had to, zero it in a little bit, but I've never adjusted the blade itself. I've replaced blades, but I've never taken the time to see if that blade is square with my miter slots or not. So I decided it was probably time. So I bought a miter gauge, digital tabletop gauge to check for squareness of the fence and the blade. Comes in a nice case, comes in a nice package. The only thing we need to do now is put it together. It's got a battery in it with some kind of the backing for it. I don't know what that would be for. I guess if you want solid backing instead of this loop on here. Take it out of the bag. I don't want to do too much because I'm afraid I might bend it or something, then it wouldn't be accurate. That's what it looks like. Looks pretty sturdy. Brand name on it, oh, I don't remember. Allmeter, something like that. Anyway, I got it on Amazon. It wasn't the most expensive one, but it wasn't the cheapest either. I tried to find something that was about mid-range. It looks like this is an extra battery, because it already has one battery in it. It's got a tab here, I believe it's for the battery. No, it's not, it's for the screen. We'll leave that on for now until we get it back together. Where the battery goes, I don't know. So I guess if all else fails, don't throw the directions away, read them. Let's see what it says here. I guess I'll speed this up about right here as I put this together. So you all don't have to sit and watch me fumble around trying to put this stupid thing together. Well, that's small print, I'm telling you that. I'll play some music, okay? So that probably goes on here or something like that. Okay, it's together, and I guess that's how it's supposed to go. Looks like it anyway. This end sits in your miter slot, and then this one looks like you can adjust it by loosening this, and then you can adjust this in and out. I guess to accommodate different types of table saws. We'll just put it in the center right now. And let's see where the battery is supposed to go. We can pull this off it. There we go. On, off. Oh, it's got a battery in it. So that is it. The battery that came with it in the package here. Get it out. Got a little battery right there. I guess that's an extra battery. The only thing I don't know is why they give us an extra back cover for it. I guess if you want to just use it as a meter without using the the miter slot mount, you probably could. But anyway, it's got a plastic backing for the back of it here. So I'll have to read further into the directions and find out where that goes. The only thing I really don't care for is it's got a nice little case and stuff to store it, so it doesn't get bumped around and stuff. But I guess every time you stop using it, you're gonna have to take it all apart and put it back together. But next time you want to use it, hopefully that shouldn't be too often. But I also have a bandsaw, and I want to check the accuracy of my bandsaw too, if I can. I don't know if I can do that with this or not. I do have a fence on that bandsaw, so I should be able to check how accurate that fence is on it. So anyway, we're going to let this T9 stuff dry real good on the saw, and once that's dried up, we'll give this a shot, and I'll give you my thoughts about it. Well, it's been a few days since I've been able to get back to this table saw. I put that T9 on there a couple of days ago and let it dry, and I don't know if it's the humidity or cold weather or what, but it didn't dry very well. I ended up having to take a microfiber cloth and kind of get the sticky residue off it. I think I may have put it on too thick. I don't know, but it's good now. So anyway, we're going to try out this meter and see if we can see if my blade is true to the miter slot, and then we'll check the accuracy of my fence. I got this thing together the other day, and I did read the directions on it, and have an idea how it needs to be done. I'm going to put this underneath here and show you a few things about it. This is spring loaded. So that goes up against the blade or your fence. I don't know why this camera's flickering. These two knobs right here adjust the depth that it goes into your miter slot, so you can keep the bottom of this off your tabletop. So it lifts, you can lift it up so when you're sliding it back and forth, it doesn't scratch your tabletop. And of course, this middle screw adjusts it this way so you can move it back and forth. And also, there are two Allen screws on either side of this bar right here. And on the opposite side, right there, you can see there are two spring-loaded balls. And you can take an Allen wrench, put it on this side, and then as you screw in that set screw, it moves these balls, spring-loaded balls out, and it keeps this tight inside the slot so it doesn't have any play as you're adjusting. And that's basically all it really is. Just stick it in the slot, and as you can see, it's nice and tight. It's not going to move around on you. I did bring the blade up, and we're going to push this in, put it up against the blade, and if you're doing this yourself, make sure your table saw is unplugged. I made sure it was unplugged before I do anything with that blade. Anyway, I'm going to turn it on, and then it says to zero it, so it's on 0, and then I'm going to hold the blade in place with one hand so it can't spin or rotate, and I'm just going to move this and see how much deflection I have. The one thing I failed to do was make sure my blade was at a perfect 90 degrees. Because if it's off just a little bit, you're not going to get an accurate measurement from that dial indicator. So before you check your blade accuracy, make sure that's at a dead on perfect 90 degrees.
Good or bad? I don't know. I'll do some research maybe online before I post this video, and that looks pretty good to me. I mean, that's right on the money. We're talking about millimeters here, and 0.06 has got to be pretty even and straight with the miter gauge, with the miter slot. So I don't see myself trying to get it any better than that. But like I said, I will do some research online and see what the tolerances should be if it fits in within the tolerance. But let's put the blade down, and now we're going to check the fence. Well, I lost the footage to the fence adjustment. It ended up being 0.050 out, and I did some tinkering with it with the set screws and stuff, and got it down to 0.20. And there's nothing in this shop that needs this fence more accurate than that. Anyway, I apologize for the lost footage. Been using a cheap camera I got on Amazon for $79 to shoot my B-roll, and then for my main camera right here, I use a Samsung Z Flip 6, which I like because I can flip the phone up and use the front screen for a monitor. Anyway, I decided to go in the house, and I got my old Samsung Note 10 and decided I would try that too and see if it works. And if it does work, I guess you guys will see this video. If not, I'm going to scrap it. Anyway, please subscribe, like this video, and give me some comments. Did invest in a DJI mini mic to improve my audio, so let me know if it's this second part of the video is better than the first. So we'll see you next time. Good luck on your projects.